option?
Let's get it.
Okay, there we go. So we can think of sense to me. Okay. So, let me start off by introducing myself because you probably fully don't know me. But my name is Precious Berry. My name is Precious Berry. I am 15. I go to North Technical High School and Riverview Garden Senior High. My ambition in life is to become a future politician, just like you, and basically help our community as much as I can.
Okay.
So, I wanted to come to talk to you today because I have a couple questions and I would love your insight on it.
Okay. Let's go.
So, when I look at my community, I say to myself, like, what can I do to help? Is there any recommendations you think that I should do or youth can do to help our community as so much is going on right now?
I think you being a young person, I think the number one issue of young people is crime. Look at the news every night.
Right.
You seeing, in the city, you got a 9-year-old kid that got killed. I think yesterday you had a 14-year-old kid that was killed. So I think young people need to get up and work together to come up with a solution. I mean, grown folks, we always try to come up with these solutions, but I think young people need to kind of uh, come up with some solutions and things that they need from the community in order to keep this violence down and crime down. And what do you think it would take to young men not to shoot and rob and steal? What is needed in the community? So we need to hear from people like yourself and your friends and stuff that can tell us what's needed to help solve this issue. So I think you being in that position, friends with a lot of folks, and I think you have you can get a good sample of what your friends and stuff thinking about what to solve some of these issues that we got going on now.
This is good answer. So yes, I feel like as us youth, we want answers. We want like, what do you recommend? Do you have any specific details?
Um, well, that's a few recommendations. I mean, people talk about jobs and careers. You go into North Tech, which is good because you can get some kind of trade maybe or something early, some kind of skill that you can use. Everybody can't go to college.
That's
So,
true.
having something available for those young men or young women who don't want to go to school, but yet, want to avoid the streets and do something productive. So what do we have for them to do? We need to kind of focus on trades and things of that sort. I think that's the first thing we need to do. And, you know, and and then we need to see, kids need to see young people being successful. They need to see people like yourself doing some positive things as an example that would make them want to go out in the community and do positive things as well. If all they see is grown folks doing it, then they probably won't be interested in doing it. But they see young people like themselves out volunteering, helping the homeless, going to church, different things like that. It may rub off on your friends and things of that sort to kind of keep them online focused.
Okay. So I really want to start my organization. I believe I wanted to start it next year, but I feel like something is telling me to start it sooner than that. I want to call it Youth Matters, basically just like a free space for teenagers or younger than me to like speak their mind about what's going on and what can we do to help. Like I know everything with COVID is going on. We can do Zoom, and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would really love support from that, and I really want to like engage more students in that, but I just don't know how.
Well, you just said it. I mean, it's easy. I mean, how do you post anything else about what's going on? I mean, kids post all the time. They doing this. They got the new Jordans, whatever. Hey, post a Zoom link. They say, hey, we'll have a team talk discussion about X, whatever. And
Yeah.
put the link on Facebook and all that, and see how many people come in and y'all have some good discussions about, where we need to go, because you all are a big piece of solving this issue. The issues that we have in the community, because you guys are the next leaders. You're the next police officers. You're the next mayors. You are the next doctors, lawyers. You all are it. Plumbers. Electricians. So it's important to get you guys, get as many of you guys now on track and focused, so that you can stay on track and then all be productive citizens as you get older.
Yes, okay. So I also want to kind of shift over to virtual learning. So statistics show that in Missouri, one person dies every 8 hours in a day to suicide. And I said, as virtual learning has been established, the rate has increased. And I said, do you have any innovative coping mechanisms that we can produce in our community to help parents basically encourage or help our students get back on track with learning and education?
Well, I think one thing we need to do with the virtual, I work for a Boys and Girls Club too. And there's some, here we're offering daytime support. So kids can come here. If they have virtual class, they can come here, log on, be around other kids, but not be at school, but they can do it here at the Boys and Girls Club. So I think more of those opportunities need to take place. Because being at home by yourself, your mom go to work, it can be a little boring, it can be a little depressing, frustrating. But if you come in here around other kids, other youth, but yet still learning, I think a lot more of those opportunities need to take place. So I think a lot of other community organizations, Boys and Girls Club, YMCAs, churches, things of that sort need to make that more of an option until the schools are opening up, 100%. I think those community partners should partner with the school districts and provide that space for kids so they're not just stuck in the house just doing learning.
Okay, do you have any do you feel that we should start having youth advocacies, programs and stuff that we can speak out and everything? We have our own little page, especially in the Dellwood community.
Yeah, I think anytime you get, I talked to a guy today on the phone, a young guy that had some questions about the stuff that was going on in the city. He's about 20, and he was real passionate. And, we talked a while and came to some agreements on some things. So I think, anytime young folks can speak out, and I think that's one of the problems with young folks. People don't listen to young people.
Right.
They kind of blow them off and but I think, you guys need your voices heard, and I think once you do that effectively, I think people will listen. I mean, you need to organize. You need to, be organized. So when you want to address something or solve an issue, you got to be together with it and organize and have a plan. And that's how you get stuff done. You can't have 20 people going 20 different directions. I think it's going to get solved, whatever the issues are. You got to work. You got to work together, and you got to come together to make sure you solve these issues and problems.
All right, that's good. So yes, I'll make a promise to you that we are going to try our best, and I will get a lot of people as I can, because I talk to a lot of kids, but as me being 15, it's there's really not no conversations between we could say political issues, we could say politicians, or social economic issues. It's you really don't hear those conversations. So it's I feel I should build a bigger platform as helping kids, not even just in the St. Louis area, but our democracy, our whole democracy as well.
Yeah, sounds good. I want to help out on that. What do you need me to do?
Okay, so I'm doing a Shirley Chisholm project, and I would love to get your insight on how you view women in the political field, or as how you see them in the political field.
I see why I don't see women any different than I see men in the political field. There's no difference. I mean, women have most recently gained, are starting to gain more political offices. And Shirley Chisholm was one of the first back in the day that was really. She ran for president of the United States. And so we've always had strong women, female leaders, African American female leaders. You're seeing more of them now that are running for offices and winning. Mayor of St. Louis is a female. The next mayor is going to be a female because the two women running against each other is going to be a female.
Yes.
You have a congresswoman, first female congresswoman from Missouri, first black woman from Missouri, congresswoman. This is now congresswoman. So yeah, I mean, even on Dellwood, we have half of the board made up, board of aldermen made up of women. So yeah, I think it's always good to have women, involved and to be strong, to fight this fight with the men. I mean, it's not, it's not about man and woman. It's about who is dedicated and can get the job done for the people that we represent. You know,
A catalyst for change.
there's a lot of women that can do that just like men.
Yes. I really call those people a catalyst for change. You know, we fight men and women.
Yeah.
Yes, I call those people a catalyst for change. So my last question was, everyone's getting vaccinated. What the CDC just came out with, when we get vaccinated, well, some or older get vaccinated, they won't have to wear their mask. Do you still encourage people to wear their mask, either when they're vaccinated or not?
Oh yeah, I got my shot last week.
Mm-hmm.
I still wear my mask everywhere I go, because everyone's not vaccinated. So until
True.
we get to a point where the masses are vaccinated, I think we still have to wear a mask. I know there's some states that are, like Texas and Mississippi, that are
Mm-hmm.
removing their mask mandates. But people still have to do what's best for them, regardless of what the rules are. You still have to protect yourself, regardless of what the rules are. And so I suggest and recommend that people wear their mask and wash your hands, stay social distancing. Don't really get involved in large indoor activities and functions, because it's still going to be dangerous. People are still getting sick at a lower rate, but people are still getting sick, and people are still dying each day. So we can't, because things are getting better, we can't be distracted and get relaxed, and because that's when things can go back up. As soon as you get relaxed and think everything is back to normal, and it's not,